United States prepared for the invasion of the Philippines, scheduled for late 1944. The tiny Palau Islands had to be taken first. The well-entrenched Japanese were ready to fight to the last man. It was a bloody campaign, with heavy losses on both sides. Jasper Hood was with the Marines at Palau and faced the enemy on the battlefront. By the summer of 1944, the American strategy to regain control of the Pacific is succeeding, with victories in the Gilbert, Marshall, and Mariana Islands. The goal of this island-to-island conquest is to allow General Douglas MacArthur to liberate the Philippines. One potential Japanese stronghold remains, the Palau Islands. On a tiny island in this group is a strategically placed airfield. That base is PELELIU, but on a new defensive system, which will cause heavy losses to the Americans.
The Japanese had really two kinds of fortifications on PELELIU. One was the natural terrain, this rugged terrain with coral ridges. The other, of course, were the caves that they developed. They used oil drums filled with concrete. They basically turned them into bunkers, which were essentially impenetrable to air attack. There were some that were like 5 stories deep. They have their own electrical generating system, sophisticated communications equipment, air conditioning. It was an engineering marvel. They're interesting in another respect. They were a rare example of cooperation between...
The news couldn't be better.
And nothing better than getting out of that crumb that you've been living in. And you know you're not going to get shot at anymore. When you're under 4 months of hell, it does something to you also. And when you had to climb up those cargo nests to get back to the ship, it's like walking up the steps. Some guys couldn't do it. There's nothing nice about a war. Nobody wins.
For some Japanese holdouts, fighting would continue for 6 more weeks. Even then, a handful of soldiers refused to believe they have lost the battle.
In 1947, they found 33 holdouts on PELELIU who were still jungle, hadn't given up, and weren't going to give up, and had to be persuaded to finally give up and surrender and admit that the